How did COVID affect everything?
So we were very much affected in this area, as you see, we're in an area that is a tourism area, and most of our help or funds or donations we have been able to get through, tourists, those who had come here. So during that period, it was really, really difficult for us to move on. With no tourists coming in, and then the funds were a little limited, and with us taking care of COVID patients, it was really difficult for the hospital. As I told you, we don't have an oxygen plant as a hospital, and you can imagine how much oxygen.
Oh my goodness sakes.
Needed.
You have to have it trucked in. I don't believe that.
We were here. So it was too much of a challenge that our car was on the road 24/7, carrying those cylinders that you saw to bring oxygen. It was really, really hard as a hospital, and that's why
your finances must have taken a hit as well.
Very much. The salaries of our staffs were actually they were reduced salaries for all of us because it took a toll on us, the whole organization, and we were actually still recovering from that period.
I'll bet.
Because it was really kind of bad at that time. And of course, with the patients, we lost a few of our patients, but
Well, you would.
thank God we didn't lose any of our staff.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't lose any of our staff because we were all affected.
Oh,
We actually all
the fear must have been horrible.
horrible. It was very, very, very much horrible. And at the beginning, people did not understand how horrible or how bad
Yeah,
COVID
transmissible it was.
until we started getting cases, even right here in the
You what?
hospital. Until we started getting cases.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up and people being admitted here, and then we hear someone dying, and that's when the commotion came all over. Like, what is happening? And with us not having enough oxygen, struggling here and here, it was really
It would be a terrible death.
It was a tough time for the hospital. And even with the staff getting sick, we got limited staff on ward, because if you gotten sick, you are going to be, closed off, taken off, and you're going to be in your room, you're not getting out. So even with that, even the staffs were
Mental
limited
health, yeah.
on ward. So with having limited staff, and then with the staffs who are there, if they are not mentally
The mental health
in
was
place.
terrible.
So it was totally terrible. But
I remember even in our city, in our community, we are very privileged. We're very buffered from the worst of things. We get it, but we're not sort of in the first thrust of it. And it felt like the plague. It felt like this invisible enemy, that you couldn't see, and it was suspect everywhere. So I can't imagine
it was too much for
if
us.
you didn't
But
have those
as a
protections.
hospital, we tried to be there for the people. For example, for our HIV clients, because we were in lockdown everywhere, no one was moving, and the only privilege was health practitioners were able to move. And for example, HIV, we were able to take drugs to their homes. We come to your door and knock, like, these are your drugs. You're not able to come, of course, to get your refilled drugs. Any people with chronic illnesses were going up to their homes, to take for them drugs, looking at, children, taking our ambulances to get people. So it was really, really difficult. A toll on our finances,
Yeah.
a toll on our, everything was. But now that we are actually, out of the COVID and we're trying to recover, and then we hear of Ebola, but thankfully it also didn't reach the region. It also, we're a little scared that we're going back to how we are with the COVID, but thankfully we did not get any.
Masks.
Masks everywhere. It was a tough time, generally for the hospital management, for the financials, for the day-to-day, activities going on. It was generally very, 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 very difficult. Yeah.
Thank you.